Hello guys, so welcome back to the class. Yes, in the last class we were discussing for u greater than 60 degree. Right, we were discussing for u greater than 60 degree. So already output voltage equation is over. So we need to derive for current. Hope you are following the videos. So if you have any doubt, please share with me. I'll just clear your doubts. So this is very important topic. We'll move on to the further, that is the current equation. So we have derived voltage equation similar to u less than 60 degree. There we have derived output voltage equation and current equation. Okay, here also we need to derive current equation. So output voltage equation is already derived. To derive current equation, we'll write the sequence again. First we'll write the sequence. So what is the sequence? We have taken valve number 3 as a reference, so that 6, 1, 2 are conducting. Valve number 3 come into conduction. So at what point valve number 3 come into conduction? Alpha, firing angle. And 4 valves were conducting. From where to where? From alpha to, you already seen in the waveform. Just show you. See here we are triggering, right? This is alpha. So up to here. So what is this point? We already know that this is given by alpha plus u minus 60 degree. So till overlap angle it will continue minus 60 degree. This also we have derived in the last class. Please refer last video so that you can understand better. Or else I can show you here. See here, 4 valves will conduct for alpha to alpha plus u minus 60 degree, right? So valve number 3 come into conduction at the point of alpha, 6, 1, 2, 3, alpha less than omega t, less than alpha plus u minus 60 degree, right? Later what happens? Valve number 6 goes out of conduction. Valve number 1, 2, 3 get into the conduction, continue to conduct. So from where to where? Alpha plus u minus 60 degree to omega t, and omega t is between what? Alpha plus u minus 60 degree to alpha plus 60 degree. Alpha plus 60 degree. Okay. Then actually we are looking for the current shifting. So initially valve number 1 is conducting. If you look at the Grace bridge, so here we have valve number 1, here we have valve number 3. So what actually we are doing, this is EA, this is EB, and this is current IA, this is current IB. What actually we are doing, here we have current ID. Initially this is carrying ID current, then we are shifting that ID current to valve number 3. That shifting of current is not instantaneous, that is because of presence of source inductance. So that's why we are analyzing overlap angle. Presence of source inductance leads to overlap angle. So our job is to shift the current, ID current, from valve number 1 to valve number 3. This is valve number 3. Then we need to analyze these things from 3 entered into the conduction and valve number 1 goes out of conduction. So we have to analyze between that 2 points. Understood? Valve number 3 come into conduction. When it come into conduction, instantaneously it cannot pick up the current, right? So it will take some time to pick up the current. So when valve number 3 completely picks its current, valve number 1 has to go out of the conduction. Okay. But here still valve number 1 is conducting. So we cannot stop the analysis at itself at this point. Okay. We have to continue. Later valve number 4 come into conduction after this, right? Valve number 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 come into conduction. Right? See, valve number 1, 2, 3, 4. When 4 will come into conduction, if we take alpha as a reference and valve number 4 come into conduction at alpha plus 60 degree. For everything we need to add 60 degree for further analysis. To omega t less than, again it is alpha plus u minus 60 plus 60, because we are doing for while number 4. This analysis for while number 3. So we have taken alpha. Now in the place of alpha we have written alpha plus 60. This also become alpha plus u minus 60 plus 60. Minus 60 plus 60 will become alpha plus u. Minus 60 plus 60 cancels each other. Okay. Then while number goes out of conduction. 2, 3, 4 were conducting. When 2, 3, 4 were conducting, the duration is alpha plus u. The same thing we have to take. Less than omega t. For this, you just need to add 60 degree plus 60. Alpha plus 60 plus 60, 120 degree. That's it. So this is the analysis. So here, while number 1 is conducting. During these 3 conditions, both while number 1 and while number 3 is carrying the current ID. After this period, after alpha plus u, while number 1 goes out of conduction and the complete ID current is carried by while number 3. So now we need to analyze the current. What is the current equation we are getting for ID during this period? Okay, that we'll write. So let us write the circuit. Which are all the whiles conducting? 6, 1, 2, 3. Okay. So here first I'll write the supply. So this is EA. This is L. So this is IA. I'll take it as I1. EB. L. So okay. And here we have EC. L. So here while number 1 is conducting. You have to remember Griggs bridge, or I can show you Griggs bridge. Here it is. So which are all the whiles we have taken? 6, 1, 2, 3, right? So here for EA in series, it comes while number 1. For EB in series, while number 3 comes. Here, right? For EB, while number 3 comes. This is while number 1. This is while number 3. And while number 6 is also in conduction. 6. But 6 comes in opposite direction. Right now, see here. 6 is in this direction. 3. I am writing at this point. At this point, this is anode terminal. While number 3 is anode terminal. While number 6 is with cathode terminal. See, this is cathode terminal. This is anode terminal. And so, which another valve is 2. While number 2. While number 2 is here and cathode is connected to EC. So, cathode is connected to EC. So, this is while number 2. This is while number 6. Then how the connection will be? So, while number 3 is connected here. While number 6 is connected here. Here we have load. ID current flows. This is load. Right now. So this is IA. This is I1. This is I3. Now I'll take it as I3. And this is I2. Anyway, that is not required for us. We are just dealing with I1 and I3. So now if you look at this, 1 is conducting, 3 is conducting, 6 is conducting, 2 is conducting. Isn't it dead short circuit? So the circuit we can replace like this. Across the load, it is dead short circuit. So what is the voltage? Voltage is 0. But this voltage is same as, see, all these terminals are shorted. But here we have supply with respect to ground. So what we can write, our EA voltage, EA minus L into di1 by dt. I have written this drop is equal to this voltage. This voltage drop is equal to, anyway the total voltage drop is 0. But we are analyzing for current. Okay. So that's why I am applying KVL for this. This voltage drop is equal to this voltage drop. And this voltage drop is also equal to this voltage drop. Okay. EA minus L into di by dt is equal to EB minus L into di3 by dt. Right? Similarly, EA minus L into di1 by dt. So this one is equal to, I will take this I2 in this direction. Okay, I2 or else I'll take this as IA, IB, IC for analysis. If I take I2 in this direction, it gives wrong meaning. So I'll just take IC, where IC is the current flowing from the supply. So that I can easily write EC minus L into DIC by dt. So this I'll take it as DIA, DIB, DIA. It's very clear. This drop is equal to this drop. That is my first equation. Now this drop is equal to this drop. That is my second equation. Okay. So this is IA current, IB current, IC current. IC is also in this direction. Okay. So just add these two equations. EA plus EA, 2EA minus 2 times of L into DIA by dt is equal to EB plus EC minus L into DIB by dt minus L into DIC by dt. Right? Now what I'll do, here we have EB plus EC. So this is a balanced three-phase supply. For a balanced three-phase supply, we know EA plus EB plus EC is equal to 0. This is called balanced three-phase supply. Now what can we write for EB plus EC is equal to minus EA. See here, EB plus EC I'll replace with minus EA. Similarly, for a balanced three-phase supply, IA plus IB plus IC is equal to 0. So I can write IB plus IC is equal to minus IA. I'll just derive it with respect to time dt. DIB by dt plus DIC by dt is equal to minus DIA by dt. Just substitute here. Here what we have, if we take minus L outside, it will become DIB by dt plus DIC by dt, which is equal to minus DA by dt, DIA by dt. So 2EA minus 2 times of L into DIA by dt is equal to minus EA. Minus EA minus L I'll take outside. Remaining is DIB by dt plus DIC by dt minus L into minus DIA by dt. So got it, right? So just in the bracket I'll write. Don't take this is multiplication. So what we have done here is minus L I have taken outside. Remaining thing is DIB by dt plus DIC by dt. For this I have replaced minus DIA by dt. Okay. So 2EA, I take this EA this side. So what it will become? Plus EA is equal to, this one I'll take this side. So it will become positive 2L into DIA by dt plus minus into minus becomes plus L into DIA by dt. So this is 3 times of EA. This is 3 times of L into DIA by dt. Okay, 3 and 3 gets cancelled. DIA by dt is equal to EA by L. So what is this IA right now? IA is same as the current flowing through valve number 1. So this is your I1, right? Current flowing through valve number 1 is IA. So I can write dI1 by dt is equal to EA by L, where the current is shifting from valve number 1 to valve number 3. So to shift from valve number 1 to valve number 3, initially valve number 1 current is ID. So this is ID from reference 0. Okay. So this current has to decrease in U period. This is overlap angle U period. This is IT1. Similarly, IT3, current in valve number 3, initially it is 0 and during this period it has to increase. So both are opposite to each other, right? So if I take with respect to time dI1 by dt, if this is increasing, dI3 by dt is decreasing. So this we already studied in U less than 60 degree, how it will be. Okay. The same thing I will do here. So I have dI1 by dt. I can replace this with dI3 by dt, minus dI3 by dt, because I am analyzing the current for I3. Okay, EA by L. So minus di3 by dt is equal to, so we know EA phase voltage EA is given by Em sin omega t plus 5 pi by 6. So this EA is given by Em sin omega t plus 150. So 5 pi by 6 is 150. Then just integrate this with respect to dt. Minus di3 is equal to Em sin omega t plus 150 into dt. This dt I have taken here. Minus di3 is equal to integration. Apply integration for both sides. Integration of Em sin omega t plus 150 into dt. So integration, this will become minus I3. Integration and differentiation gets cancelled. Is equal to Em is constant. Integration of sin omega t minus cos omega t. Minus cos omega t. This is the integration plus 150. Plus 150 cos omega t plus 150. Since we don't have integration constant, plus a. We have to take integration constant. Okay. Now we need to find out what is this integration constant. So to find out this integration constant, so this will become minus I3 is equal to minus Em cos omega t plus 150 plus a. To find out this integration constant, we have to apply initial condition. So what is the initial condition? When omega t is equal to alpha, means when valve number 3 come into conduction, that is the initial condition. When omega t is equal to alpha, what is the value of I3? I3 value is 0 because I3 is not yet started. Okay, so I3 value is 0. I'll apply that. If I apply that, what I'll get? A value is minus Em cos omega t plus 150. So omega t value is alpha plus 150. So replace this in this equation. Let me call this as equation 3. So substitute A value in equation 3. So minus I3 is equal to minus Em cos omega t plus 150. Okay guys, sorry, we can do like this now. Sorry, a small mistake has happened. Integration of this one is minus cos omega t plus a. So before integration only we can shift this minus this side. So I have to do that. I just missed that step. So you can transfer this minus here. So if you transfer that, what it happens? Integration of di3 is equal to integration of minus Em sin omega t plus 150. So better to do like this. So then what happens? My integration of minus sin omega t will become plus cos omega t. Okay, plus cos omega t plus a. So this minus goes out. If we do this, this is wrong method. Okay, whatever we have done previously, it is wrong method. Actually, you have to carry like this. So then yes. So if omega t is equal to 0, omega t is equal to alpha, I3 is equal to 0. Yeah, this is correct. So this will become minus Em cos omega t. Yes, even if you do like that also, you will get the answer, no problem. Yeah. Minus Em cos alpha plus 150. So there is small mistake happened. Please don't mind. Hope you have understood now. So I3 is equal to Em cos omega t plus 150 minus Em cos alpha plus 150. So this is what we will get for I3 current equation. Okay. And this is in between these three things. Right. 6, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. So here valve number 3 come into conduction. Here valve number 1 goes out of conduction. So that the current from valve number 1 is shifting to valve number 3. But what if it is completely shifted? at omega t is equal to alpha plus u, I1 current is completely equal to 0. Why? Because see, at alpha plus u, valve number 1 goes out of conduction. Okay, remaining is 2, 3, 4. In upper limb, valve number 3 is conducting. When valve number 3 is conducting, so the complete current shifted to 3. So what we can say, when when omega t is equal to alpha plus u, I1 is 0, so that I3 is equal to ID. So ID current is given by EM cos, EM I will take outside, EM cos omega t is now alpha plus u plus 150, this is 150, plus 150 minus cos alpha plus 150. Right now, so I have replaced alpha with, omega t with alpha plus u. This is your ID current. 150 is greater than 90, right? Means we can say that we cannot, for rectifier operation, we cannot exceed greater than 90 degree. So I just need to convert it for less than 90 degree angle. What I can do, I have to subtract it by 180 degree. So ID is equal to EM cos 180. 180, if you are subtracting it by 180 means this will become minus. Minus cos alpha plus u plus 150 minus 180. Remaining thing is 30. Minus 30. Minus into minus becomes plus cos alpha plus 150 plus same 150 minus 180. So this will become minus 30. So you have to represent like this. Finally, this is your ID current after overlap angle, when it completely shifted to the valve number 3. Okay, so this is equal to current I3. This is the current equation for u greater than 60 degree. You can compare this equation with whatever the current equation you got for u less than 60 degree. So hope that is, yeah, here it is. See here, ID is given by IS2 and IS2 is nothing but 3 root 3 EM by 2 omega L. Oh, we missed omega L, right? Yeah, I'm really very sorry. So here only we have to take care of that. This will be, okay. So EA by L, this I have missed. EA by L. So EA by omega L means when you integrate this, no, not here, here. When you integrate this, it will become omega L. Right? Here you are going to integrate this. So cos, we are integrating with respect to dt. Sin omega t with respect to dt, it will become sin omega t cos omega t divided by omega. So omega we have to carry. Sorry, I just missed that. Otherwise it will not become current equation, right? Voltage divided by resistance is the current equation. This is reactance. Omega L is the reactance. So this is your ID current. You can compare with u less than 60 degree. What we are getting? IS2. This magnitude is root 3 by 2 times of EM by omega L. Here EM by omega L means this is greater than, this is greater than this value. It shows that the current rapidly increases. So if voltage decreases, current increases. So system control will become quite difficult. Okay, that is why operating a system with u less than 60 degree is better than any other operation. So we have to maintain the inductance, source inductance in such a way that u should be less than 60 degree. So this analysis is very, very important. So with this we are done with the analysis of overlap angle. So in the next class we